as you want to scale, you hire in new salespeople, and then the same salespeople have to train the new ones, and all of a sudden they have no time to either close the big deals nor to onboard new people. We needed a better way of scaling the knowledge we have in our best salespeople. Our name actually comes from a bird. So a Myrspoven in Swedish is a bar-tailed godwit, and no one actually knows what that is, but it's actually a very impressive little bird. It flies non-stop every year from Alaska to New Zealand in one go. So a non-stop flight, 18,000 kilometers, is the most energy efficient bird in the world. And that's our goal as well, to make the real estate industry more energy efficient. Operation of buildings actually stands for a whole of 30% of the global carbon emissions. So there's so much potential for improvement here. And we actually have a vision to lower that percentage with a whole percent globally in terms of how much carbon emission comes from buildings and non-renewable energy sources. What we actually do is that we optimize buildings' energy consumption with an AI software. And of course, as a tech startup, you start to dig where you stand. So we have started in Sweden, and here we have we have customers within lots of different segments within the real estate industries. And of course, we could actually make a healthy company out of just growing our current customer base. But that wouldn't get us to the 1%. Our 1% vision is the most important for us, and then we need to get out. We need to get out globally. When we go out in Europe, we have to be much more focused. We have to focus on one single segment that is the best for us. We want to have, big buildings with lots of technical systems. So we find that commercial buildings is where we do the best results. All tech startup, you start with a product that you need to know if we can sell it, right? So it's been like selling to customers that either know us from another customer or that we could approach with a good reference customer from a similar customer segment. Here in Sweden, of course, we've had a great kind of market recognition already, which we're super grateful for. But that's, of course, a very different story as we move out into Europe. So we have had to move from not having any marketing, just peer-to-peer sales, and managed to close kind of the first deals with our customers that way, to actually setting a stand in a market where no one actually knows who we are. And that's the challenge that we're facing right now. And we are feeling that, of course, this is much, much harder. So we wanted to have marketing that was very customized towards actually helping sale, because they were doing cold calling. But of course, it's really, really hard to get a hold of people. And when you call and they don't know anything about your brand, it's really, really difficult. We do, realize that, of course, if we use some sort of a digital marketing tool, we know that our target market is very defined. And I actually looked at many different companies, Megadeals being one of them, in terms of helping us with this, because I had no internal resources and I didn't want to hire all these different competencies that you need to be able to run these campaigns. I knew that first of all, I want to make sure that it works and see what kind of capacity we need. So I took in quotes from 5 different, but they had slightly different offers. Different marketing agencies. And I think the biggest difference between Megadeals and the more traditional marketing firms is that it's the intertwining between marketing and sales. So Megadeals takes it a little bit further into actually talking to the salespeople, working individually with the salespeople, not just here is a report with how many people clicked on your ad. We get that too, but we also know that doesn't take you all the way. So I think that it is this very, very narrow business idea around really intertwining marketing and sales that we found really interesting and very attractive from Megadeals. We do see that the customers are much more aware of our solution. We have heard the classical comment like, I see you everywhere, which is just what we're after, right? And I have no doubt that that's the methodology that we need to work with. In terms of saving the salespeople's time, yes, definitely. In terms of where you spend your time in trying to reach new contacts, you know that at least you have the kind of base awareness. You won't have, I never heard of you before, which is a big help. Just to have the knowledge around, often down to individual level in terms of, what type of stakeholders appreciate this kind of communication. Have you got the right stakeholders? Or just being really good at adding stakeholders into the funnel, not only look at account base, but really looking as far down as into individuals. That really helps the salespeople in building their account plans to see, okay, I've got this and this stakeholder, but actually I haven't got this role in here. I have to try and find that one. It makes the whole kind of planning for how to close the deal a little bit more structured. Mutually beneficial, I think. And why I would say that is because, Megadeals are really eager to help, always. Also a growing company, absolutely. And everything isn't always in place, but very open to feedback and super engaged. The same goal, they're looking for our success, which is great.